Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian's Sudoku puzzle. It's Monday the 3rd of June 2024. I hope you are keeping well. It's a bank holiday Monday here in Bangkok for some people, but not for yours truly, who's got to do some work. So I shall be getting on with this game quite quickly. This is our beginner level puzzle, easy level puzzle every Monday. If you've never tried the game of Sudoku before, today is the day to start, because I'll explain the rules and how we play the game in very simple terms. Always nice to hear about new and interesting things. Something I've never heard of in my life before is called magnet fishing. Have you ever heard of this? I had no idea this was a thing until a couple of minutes ago when I read the article in The Guardian about a couple in New York who were magnet fishing. I'll explain what it is in a moment. And found a safe with $100,000 in cash inside it. Presumably some mobster dumped it into, I don't know what it was, the Hudson maybe or something. Apparently magnet fishing is where you take a strong magnet on a rope, or it must be a rope if it was a safe. It can't be a piece of string, can it? And dump it into water in hopes of attracting some magnetic object. That's apparently what it is. And a New York couple got lucky. I'd never heard of it before. I have a feeling I'm going to be hearing about it again, since when somebody strikes it rich, people get gold fever, don't they? I suspect there'll be lots of people magnet fishing everywhere now. Anyway, I doubt whether such a big find will be made again, but you never know your luck, I suppose. Alright, let's get on with the game of Sudoku, shall we? How do we play this game? What is it about? Well, the game consists of a big grid of 9 squares in every row across, 9 squares in every row down, and then there are these outlined sections containing 9 squares, like this. Okay, now you can see some of the squares have numbers in, some are left empty. Our job is to fill up the empty squares with digits, and the lowest digit is 1, the highest digit is 9. Why? Because there are only 9 squares in each block, each column and each row. Okay, so there are only 9. So now we use that idea of there only being 9 squares to be able to fill in the answer using logic. We don't guess, but we just work out the answer using logic, understanding that there are only 9 squares in each of the patterns. So look down here, there are 7 digits already filled in this row. Now 2 empty squares, that's all we need to fill to complete this row. So what we can do is see what numbers we have already. We've got a 1. Is there a 2 anywhere? No. Is there a 3? Yes. 4? Yes. 5? Yes. Any 6? No. 7, 8, 9. So the missing numbers are 2 and 6. So that means in these 2 empty squares we will fill the numbers 2 and 6 to complete this row. So let's look over here and say, well, can this number be a 2 or a 6? And can it be a 2 first of all? The answer is going to be no. And how do I know that? Because we have a 2 in this column already. That means that 2 can't appear anywhere else in this column. There are only 9 squares. Numbers can't reappear. So because I know that this square cannot be 2 because of this, I know that the 2 must go here because that's the only alternative. And we know that this now is 6. And now we have the complete series of 9 in this row across here. And that's our first digit filled in already. In this section up here, we don't yet have digit 2, but I can see that we have a 2 here, and that means that no other 2 can appear in this row. So that means this square and this square can't be 2. And we have a 2 here, which means that no other square in this row can be 2 or 2. And so blocking and blocking, I use this term blocking, meaning not allowing. And that means there's just 1 empty square, so the 2 has to go there. Okay, and now you're getting the idea, and this is how we play the game. We just go around looking for similar types of things. Down here we have 2 blocking down here and 2 across there. So the only available square for us here is a 2 there. Now we don't have digit 1 in this block, so we're looking for missing numbers, right? What do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. So it means that the missing numbers must be 1, 7 and 9. That's what goes in these 3 squares here. I can immediately see that we have a 1 over here, and that stops those 2 squares from becoming a 1, and so 1 must be there, and 7 and 9 will be in this square. Now we'll take this to show you the next kind of stage of thinking. So this is a 7 or a 9. So 9 is either here or here. Now if 9 is here, it's going to block across there. And if 9 is there, it's still going to block across there. So it doesn't matter. Whichever one of these 2 squares 9 is in, we block right across here. And now we have 9 blocking down from up on high. And so that's going to give us a 9 in that square. So we discovered this 9 from understanding that a 9 is in one of these 2 squares there. Okay, now we've got 9 blocking up here, 9 blocking up here, and 9 across there like that. So that's going to give us a 9 here. Hope you're following this. If any of it seems a bit fast because you've never played the game ever, then you can just go back and watch it again and slow it down a bit if you like. We've got 5s blocking across here, 5 blocking across here, and 5 blocking up here. If I move my mouse far enough, and that's going to give us a 5 in this square here. And we'll take that 5 that we just placed and say 5 blocking down here, 5 up here. That's going to give us 5 there. Okay, now the next idea is quite good. We've got 3 missing digits here. What's missing? Now I can see that it's 3, 8 and 9. If you don't believe me, we'll go through. 1, 2, any 3s? No 3s. 4, 5, 6, 7. So the others are 8 and 9. So we've got 3, 8 and 9 to go in these squares here. Now I like this square here because I can see 3 and I can see 8 in the same column. So we ask ourselves, can this be 3? Answer no. Can it be 8? Answer no. Well, there's only one alternative, right? It has to be 9 because there were only 3 missing digits. Okay, now this 3 blocks this square here, so in fact we can say that's a 3 there and that's an 8 there. We'll continue with this 9 blocking across here. That will give us 9 there. No pause for rest here. 9 blocking down here. That's a 9 there, and if you remember we had 9 and 7 in these squares, but it doesn't matter if you don't remember, you can just find the missing number from what's missing there. So 7 is there. Now we should see what's missing in. We have just 2 empty squares in this block, so we can see what's missing. The missing numbers are 1 and 6, and I can see a 1 stopping that from becoming a 1. So 1 goes there, and 6 goes there. What else? Well, we've got 3 numbers missing up here. Let's see if that gives rise to anything. We've got 2, 3 and 8 in those squares, and the answer is no. This time it doesn't give us enough information. But never mind, because down here I see the 8 blocking down and 8 across there, and that's going to give us an 8 in that square. Now I know I can get this. When I just look here, it's not enough information, but when I understand that I can work out these 2 digits, or I can work out these 3 digits, it doesn't matter. It means there is only going to be 1 number left. So look, what's missing from here? Missing numbers are 3 and 6. I can actually get them, but even just imagine I can't get them for now. This number is not 3 or 6, and the only other number we need for this row is 4, so we can say that's going to be a 4. Now we've got 3 blocking down there actually. 3 goes there and 6 is in that square. Now there's just 1 empty square up here. 1, 2, 3. There's no 4 yet, so let's put the 4 in there. We'll continue with 4s because we've got 4 blocking up and 4 blocking up here. Like I said, if it seems a bit breathless, it's a bit too fast, then just go back and watch it again. I promise you'll get it next time. 4s block across and 4 blocks up here. That will give me a 4 in that square. Now there's only 1 number missing for this column, and that's a 1. 1 blocks across here and 1 blocks up here. So that means this is a 1. 1 blocks across here and 1 blocks up here. That will give me 1 there. And now we're going to get to our first completed digit. What do I mean by a completed digit? We have 9 of, okay, so remember there are 9 rows, 9 columns and 9 blocks. Well, there are also 9 of every digit on the board. At the moment we don't have any completed digits. We're about to get that with 1, because when we say there is 1 in this row, this row, this row, this row, this row, not here, this row, this row, this is the only row that doesn't have a 1. But when you look at the columns, blocking, 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 this is the only column that doesn't have a 1. And when you look at the blocks, block, 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 this is the only block that doesn't have a 1. I can tell that the 1 is going to be here, so we'll just prove that by saying 1 blocking up, 1 blocking down, 1 across there. And that is the final digit 1. That means there are no more 1s on this board to be found. We've got all digit 1s already. Okay. Now we have 2 blocking up here. That gives us 2 in that square there. Excuse me, there are 3 missing digits down here. We're looking for 5, 6 and 7. Now 6 and 7 are in the same column, and as we learnt before, this square here then can't be, can it be 5? Yes. Can it be 6? No. Can it be 7? So it must be 5. And then we have 5 blocking up here, 5 down here. And that gives me a 5 in this square, and that's the final digit 5. So both 1 and 5 are finished. There are no more 1s, no more 5s to be found. Now we've got 4 blocking up here. That will give us 4 in that square. What else is to be done? There's 1 empty square here, so let's see what goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no 6. So let's put the 6 there. And the missing numbers here now are 2, 3 and 8. We still can't get those yet. We've got a 2, we've got a 3, but we don't know about the 8 yet, so we've got to leave that and come back later. Let's see what's missing here. We're looking for 3, 6 and 8. And again, no joy on that. There's just 1 empty square here. I should have seen that, shouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't have an 8, so let's put the 8 there. Now 8 blocks across here, that gives me an 8 there. And the last number here is a 7. 7 blocks across here, that puts 7 in that square. 1 more number for this row or this block. That missing number is 3. And now down here, there's just 1 empty space. And we can fill it with a 6. And this will be 7. 7 blocking up here and across there puts 7 in that square. 1 more number for this column. I was going to say it's a 5, but it's not. It's an 8, I think. That's what's missing from this column. Okay, so what's missing from here now? 2, 6, 9. Okay, so 2, 6 and 9 is missing from this column here. We've got 2 and 9 together, so we know that's going to be our 6. Then 6 across here, 6 across there. There's our 6. And what else is missing? 9 across there, there's our 9. And the last number here is going to be a 2. And 2 blocks across this way and this way, giving us 2 in that square. Now there's only 1 number across here, and that's a 3. And this number in this block or this column is going to be 8. 8 blocks across here, giving us 8 here. And we finished our first Sudoku puzzle with a 3. And like I say, if it was too fast, go back, watch it again. You do me a favor anyway. And please try and like and subscribe to the channel. I know I don't often ask people to do that, but I would like people to do that to try and grow the channel a little bit. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.